When conducting interpersonal skills training, be that customer service orientated or maybe focusing on man management skills, one of the barriers or one of the areas of resistance I know that a lot of people encounter, and I've had it happen to me as well, is when people take that as a criticism. They believe that they're already doing that, and you'll hear comments like, but I do that already. And maybe that view is very well founded because they probably are already doing a really good job. But we know that there are areas for improvement, either because we've observed it for ourselves, or maybe we've had feedback from a team member or from a customer. So how do we actually get around that? Because if we don't, it means that our investment of time, money and effort into that training is probably going to be wasted. And also, it can also be very demotivating for the employee as well, because if they feel that they're being criticised, rather than seeing it as a development opportunity. So how do we turn that around? Well, the first thing to do is to give them feedback and highlight where they're already doing a really good job. So give them credit where it's due. But then focus on the little details, the little tweaks that they can make, which will actually just make it that little bit better, and how small actions, small changes in behaviour can have a massive impact on other people. And the easiest way to do that is to focus on other people's perspectives. What's the perception of others? So if you're basing this on feedback that you've had from somebody else, and you don't have to name names, so if it's a team member or if it's a customer, if they have had a criticism of maybe somebody being a little bit impatient or not being particularly helpful, the factual part is what the customer or the team member has said, but what you can then focus on is not whether or not they're right or wrong, but what might have led to that perception, because there must have been something that the employee did which has led to that perception. And then what you're then focusing on is how do we change that customer's perception for next time, rather than focusing on personality. You're then focusing on some specific behaviours then that people can work on, so it will make it a lot more palatable, if you like, for the individual, and it gives them much more focus. So when you're doing interpersonal skills training, focus on letting people know where they're already doing a good job and highlighting the little tweaks that can just make it that little bit better. I'm Caroline Cooper, and if you've been watching this anywhere other than on my blog, then head on over to www.naturallyloyal.com.